Emotional silence in your relationship may be destroying your relationship without you even realizing it. The sad reality is that most couples do and even realize how much emotional silence is hurting their relationship until it's too late. Men, this is why it's important for you to watch this video so you can identify if emotional silence is destroying your relationship. And just before we begin, if you are new here and you want more videos like this where I discuss psychology and mental health topics, then make sure you click the subscribe button below. It's really important for me to reach as many people as possible with my mental health messages, so that people can improve their mental health knowledge. There are 4 signs that emotional silence is destroying your relationship. This can take time, but it is important to be patient and consistent in your efforts. Communication is essential for healthy relationships, but many people often forget this. It can involve actively listening to your partner, being respectful when you disagree, and making an effort to understand their point of view. Improving communication in your relationship can help to repair the emotional distance that has grown between you and your partner. But if you don't, the emotional silence will continue to destroy your relationship. If you see these signs in your relationship, it is important that you try to address them. It's called a relationship self-help workbook. In this workbook, you will find a variety of exercises and activities that can help you and your partner improve your relationship. So emotional silence can be defined as a significant decrease in the amount of communication and emotional intimacy between 2 people who are in a close relationship with each other. For example, one partner may become overly critical or controlling, while the other becomes withdrawn and unresponsive. One common reason is that the couple has gone through a major life change, such as the death of a loved one, a serious illness, or a financial crisis. Disagreements are a normal and healthy part of any relationship and can even be beneficial in helping couples understand each other better. This may involve communicating with each other more effectively, showing appreciation for one another, and addressing any underlying issues that may be contributing to the silence. It may also be helpful for the couple to seek professional help from a therapist or counselor who can guide them in repairing their relationship. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, as I always appreciate that. Also, if you have any thoughts or comments, please leave them below, as I love getting to reply to as many of them as possible. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. However, when disagreements become constant and escalate into shouting, insults, or physical aggression, it becomes a problem. By being aware of the signs of emotional silence and taking steps to address it, couples can protect their relationship from the dangers of emotional silence and keep it strong and healthy for years to come. Similarly, the occasional fight is normal in a relationship, but if fights become frequent and intense, it's a sign that there are underlying issues that need to be addressed. These types of events can cause a lot of stress and strain on a relationship and can make it difficult for couples to communicate with each other effectively. Another reason for emotional silence is that the couple has different love languages. This means that they may not feel loved or appreciated by their partner in the way that they need to feel loved. This can lead to resentment and disconnection between the partners. Additionally, if one or both partners have unresolved emotional issues, this can also contribute to emotional silence in the relationship. Partners may be unwilling or unable to open up to each other emotionally if they themselves are struggling to do so. Another couple may engage in a lot of arguing and fighting, which can create a tense and uncomfortable atmosphere. Whatever the form it takes, emotional silence can be incredibly damaging to a relationship and can often lead to the breakdown of the relationship. When a couple experiences emotional silence, they may stop communicating with each other as much, or they may avoid talking about important topics. This can be harmful to the relationship because it can lead to a breakdown in communication, a lack of trust, and feelings of disconnection and loneliness. You can use this workbook to communicate with your partner more effectively, improve your conflict resolution skills, and build emotional intimacy with each other. So if you want to improve your relationship, I highly recommend checking out this free resource. Emotional silence can be a destructive force in any relationship, but it doesn't have to be. By being aware of the signs of emotional silence and taking steps to address them, you can protect your relationship from the dangers of emotional silence and keep it strong and healthy for years to come. They start taking their partner for granted, and they stop communicating effectively with them. When a couple no longer communicates with each other emotionally, they may start to drift apart, They may start spending less time together and pursuing their own individual interests. While it's perfectly normal for couples to spend time apart, it becomes a problem when it's done so habitually and it leads to an absence of intimacy in the relationship. This emotional distance can then lead to the destruction of the relationship. They may stop listening to each other, or they may start to criticize each other more often. All of these behaviors can lead to poor communication, which can then lead to the destruction of a relationship. If you can rebuild trust, it can help to repair the emotional distance that has grown between you and your partner. But if you don't, the emotional silence will continue to destroy your relationship. This can be difficult, but it is important to try. If you don't, the emotional distance will only grow, and the relationship will eventually fall apart. The first sign is that there is a lack of intimacy in your relationship. When there is emotional silence in a relationship, both partners stop sharing how they truly feel about things. This can be difficult, but it is important to try. It may involve having an honest conversation about the state of your relationship and what you both want to do to improve it. Reconnecting with your partner can help to repair the emotional distance that has grown between you and can prevent your relationship from being destroyed.
Ow.
But if you don't, the emotional silence will continue to cause problems in your relationship. Instead, they might just agree with each other or pretend to be interested in what the other person is saying. But underneath the surface, they are both just disconnected and closed off. They may have stopped being intimate with each other because they feel like there is nothing left to talk about. Or maybe they just don't know how to reconnect emotionally after a period of emotional silence. Either way, this lack of intimacy can be a sign that emotional silence is destroying your relationship. So please help me with this mission by clicking that subscribe button below. Thank you very much. Now let's get into the video. When there is emotional silence in a relationship, both partners may start to keep secrets from each other. They may feel like they have nothing to lose by doing so, because there is no longer any emotional connection between them. As a result, secrets and lies can start to fill the relationship, which can ultimately destroy it. If you are in a relationship and you notice that there is a lack of intimacy, it is important that you try to reconnect emotionally with your partner. Another sign that emotional silence is destroying your relationship is when there is an absence of trust between both partners. If you are in a relationship and you notice that there is an absence of trust, it is important that you try to rebuild that trust. The third sign that emotional silence is destroying your relationship is when there is poor communication in your relationship. If you are in a relationship and you notice that there is poor communication, it is important that you try to improve it. The fourth sign that emotional silence is destroying your relationship is when both partners drift apart and pursue their own interests. If you are in a relationship and you notice that you and your partner are drifting apart, it is important that you try to reconnect with each other. So these are 4 signs that emotional silence is destroying your relationship. And just before I continue with this video, I want to share with you a free resource that can help you improve your relationship. Now let's move on to the next part of the video. Emotional silence can manifest itself in different ways in a relationship. There are many reasons why couples may experience emotional silence in their relationship. It's important to note that emotional silence is not the same thing as a temporary disagreement or the occasional fight. When a couple is experiencing emotional silence, it's important for them to take steps to repair the relationship. In conclusion, emotional silence can be a destructive force in a relationship, but it doesn't have to be. So I hope you found this video helpful.